Hello and welcome to my awesome health journey. I am Brett Dupree, of course. If you don't know that, welcome. Oh man, I need to. Haven't finished doing my hair. Just got out of the shower. Anyway, that's enough information about me. So let's talk more about me. Today I'm talking about my hunger cues. I really want to go into that because that was one of my goals when I started with my nutritionist. Was a big one because I had broken hunger cues. Basically speaking, I would not feel hungry at times, or I'd feel ravenously hungry in like an instant because I think I broke them. I did a lot of intermittent fasting and or fat fasting, which was my favorite way to lose weight because that means I get to drink a lot of coffee with cream and pickles. And it got to the point where like I stopped feeling hungry in the morning, which my nutritionist said that I should eat in the morning. And one thing I noticed about eating in the morning, I still don't get that hungry in the morning. Especially I eat a lot. Like 2 days ago, Sunday evening, I went to Easter dinner. I ate a ton of food with friends, and of course that's fine. And the next day morning, I just wasn't hungry. I wasn't hungry at all. So I just ate a banana with half cup of mixed nuts for breakfast. I was like, I'm gonna have a small breakfast. I'm really not hungry, and if I need more food, I'll get more food. And yeah, so that was that idea with that. And I was fine. Yesterday was fine, and I wasn't super hungry at lunch. Even though about 11:30, I was starting to get pretty hungry. I was waiting. I was gonna meet a friend for lunch, but they never contacted me, so I was waiting until the last possible moment to eat. And about 11:45, I was like, "They're not gonna message me now. We're not going." And so I ate lunch, and ate lunch was the leftover from the night before my take home thing. But anyway, uh, so but especially when I first started, I my hunger cues were just broken. And honestly, both of these ones, I was gonna split this into two, but honestly, this is one of the reasons why I never thought weight loss surgery was something I ever wanted to do. And now that I learned more about what's it called, Ozempic, and what that does was just take away your hunger cues. Um, that was something I'm no longer interested in. I was very interested in when I was desperate and sad in September, and I was feeling so bad about myself. That when it first broke up, but that was also when I weighed myself and it was 4 fucking 70, and that made me so sad. I just was desperate to lose weight and still continue what I was doing because I truly believed in it, but I was feeling really bad about myself. And so I was trying to get my doctor to get me Ozempic, and in May I actually going to some weight loss clinic for Swedish, but I'm thinking of canceling that. I'm probably going to because, as I was saying, my hunger cues are broken, and so part of the process of doing this is to fix them. So start listening to my body more. This is a lot about getting into my body. And when I talk about not doing weight loss surgery, so my problem with eating has never been I'm hungry all the time. I can't stop eating unless I'm just dieting. But the problem is like I eat when I feel bad, or I eat when I feel good, or I eat when I'm bored. And weight loss surgery is not going to stop me from wanting to do that. And weight loss surgery also has this thing where like you have like 4 or 5 months of being on that cycle. And if I could do that for 4 or 5 months, and then I don't think the surgery is going to help because I have to fix the underlying issue with my eating, and the eating is emotional or mental. It's not as much physical, and I want to bring it back to physical without mutilating myself. I think I've done enough damage to myself with yo-yo dieting than to cut open my stomach and do more damage. And if you did it, that's great. That's you. You do you. That's always my philosophy on life. If that decision makes sense to you, you're awesome. And I've known people who have it who has had great results and they love it. That's just saying it's not for me because when I think of my goals in eating, I want to feel hungry naturally and I want to deal with it naturally. I want to once in a while eat a lot. I want to go to a buffet and just pig out, not worry about it, and not puke it up because I can't pig out, and then continue on my day and feel the hunger cues. My body the next day will tell me, you know what? You ate a lot last night. You're not as hungry this morning. You can have a smaller breakfast. Or you're still not hungry at lunch. You can have a smaller lunch. And just to listen, because I really want to be in touch with my body. And I did realize how out of touch I was. But this entire process of, especially the hunger cues part, is doing a great job of getting me more in touch with my body and making me more Brett Dupree on February 11th, which is when I'm making this. One of my psychic friends that I used to go to always talked about when you meditate, you kind of disassociate and to just say your name and the date, and that gets you back into your body. And I find that actually to be a pretty good practice to get back into my body. I've been using that a lot when I work out because I disassociate so I can push myself harder. But if I do that, I'm not in touch with my body, and I could hurt myself because I won't notice my back starting to kind of twist up, or my right knee starting to hurt, until it hurts enough where my disassociated self will finally notice, right? And so I really want to get into my body. And that is why I'm really working on hunger cues. And since that's what Ozempic does, I don't know that it's right for me, especially with the side effects that it has. So I'm really thinking about continuing to do this naturally and really work on being in my body, understanding my hunger cues, fixing them, which they are much better now. And I'm not allowing myself to get to the point where I'm ravishingly hungry. That's the part where I just have to avoid. And to be honest, that's not that hard, especially if I keep some sunflower seeds or some pack of almonds or those Power Crunch bars, something like that, where I can just eat, and all of a sudden I don't get to the point where my brain takes over my mind and I eat a pizza. And so as long as I stay on top of that, like, hunger isn't my biggest issue when it comes to eating. And yeah, so that's what I want to say about that. Tomorrow I will talk about part 2 of why I don't want weight loss surgery, which is going to be, it's going to be a lot of like the freedom of food things. But I like to talk about my goals. Anyways, like and subscribe.